Hi, my name is LumaFusion and welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, you are warmly welcome. So, something has been bothering me for some time now. Like, I've been taking perspective of life. I'm always taking perspective of life, no two ways about it. But this particular thing has been on my mind and on my heart for so long. I think some people do go through it and it's high time we just share our views on what I think should be done or should not be done. This is just my perspective. You don't have to take it. And if you have a better idea, you can share it in the comment section. So this has to do with relationships and friendships. Do you have friends or are you in a friend group where you're the one constantly giving in terms of attention, checking up, doing the best and trying to be the best friend you can? And especially in this case, you see the other party as a best friend. It's like there's no reciprocity. It's just one-sided. You keep giving and you don't get anything back. I know we give not to get anything in return. I believe friendships or relationship is a two-way affair. It's not one-sided. If it's one-sided, then it's not a friendship or relationship in the first place. It's just acquaintance who talks and interact with each other. When you are an acquaintance to someone, there's no conversation. And there isn't obligations to share certain views, certain information. But if you consider yourself as friends or you have sort of a relationship with somebody you think that person is very important, you consider that person as a treasure or an important person in your life, I believe anything you guys share should be a two-way affair. Shouldn't be one-sided. And if it's one-sided, then I think you're in a friendship or relationship with yourself. So this basically has to do with people we know, people we love. Imagine you constantly checking up on people, calling people, and just being there for them. But when it comes to them, the excuse you keep getting is I'm busy. And mind you, you get time for those who are important to you. Those people who keep saying they are busy, I can't do this, I can't do that. Like I'm busy in general. They do get time for others. Let's use phone calls as an example. If you're married or if you have a close friend or even a relative, you have preferences. Those calls you choose to receive instantly, calls you choose to ignore and call back later, and those you decide not to even interact with at all. So I consider you as a priority. And anytime you call, I pick up. Or anytime I miss your call, I try as much as possible to revert immediately. And I celebrate you in ways that like it shows that I really care about you and you're close to me. But when it comes to you returning a favor, it's one excuse after the other. In this case, like, is that a friendship or what? I don't consider those as friendship. One thing I got to know is if you really care for people, you just have to do it regardless. But what if you keep doing it all the time and you're being treated as someone who is on the same level as you claim you and the other party are on the same level, but the treatment you get is someone whom I'm not on the same level with? And how do you navigate through that? Let's use birthdays as an example. I put on my status some time ago that if I interact with you and you don't respond, or if I barely interact with you, don't come to my status to wish me a happy birthday. It's just a mere formality. Where I am in my life today, I cherish genuine friendships. I cherish commitment, and I cherish intentionality. If you want to be in my circle, you have to be intentional about everything, because when I believe or when I consider you as someone in my circle, I'm very intentional about every little thing I do towards you. The way I speak to you, the kind of information I relay or share with you, the kind of events I make sure you are invited to. I always try to keep you in the loop of everything that goes on in my life. And when I begin to see that you do not volunteer information, then I begin to think twice about the relationship or the friendship. Because if you claim you are in a relationship or in a friendship with someone, you should easily volunteer information. I do not have to always fish out information from you. Nah, if I keep trying to fish out information from you in my language, someone will try to tell me that someone will say to me that, Ella, you're trying to be kokonsa. I'm not trying to be kokonsa. If you believe you're in the same circle, you should easily volunteer information. I shouldn't come to you and ask you, what are you doing about this? And I have to press on over and over for you to open up. Then I don't think we are on the same page. So that is what I want to address. I lost friends and it's very difficult for me making friends. So if I consider you as a friend, that means like you're really important to me. Like there's this emotion I put in that friendship. Like I give my all, and it might sound crazy or weird, but I would expect you to give your all. Sometimes you are low and sometimes you need others to push you up. That is a different case altogether. But in a situation where I have to constantly like always fishing out for information and you not volunteering them, and I keep volunteering information, I think that is not fair. If you can get a time, celebrate people. Like on the spot, you know that this is this person's birthday. You quickly remember, then that means that person is deeply on your heart. You don't have to think twice about it before wishing the person happy birthday. You not even forget. Even if you forget, as soon as you remember, you respond, and it will not be later in the day. That person will be on your mind, and that person might be the first person you post on your status or the first person you share a message with or you send a message to. But if I'm not that important to you, I don't think you would even remember my birthday, and I'll be an afterthought. You see my status or share things people have sent me on my status, that's when you get the realization that this is my birthday, then I don't think you're on the same level. If I'm able to keep your birthday on my calendar and set a reminder to wish you happy birthday, it's me being intentional towards you. If I put on my calendar, check up on this person, check up on this person, check up on that person, it's me being intentional towards you. And if I randomly just decide to share all my burdens with you, it's me being intentional with you. If you are able to easily share others and I become an afterthought, I don't think we are on the same level, we are in the same circle. So I know I'm saying a lot and maybe it might not make sense to you, but all I'm saying is if you really want something to work, especially friendship or relationship, you have to be intentional about it. When it comes to information, you have to be intentional about giving information, and information you have to volunteer. I didn't say dig, volunteer. That means because I consider you as a friend, I feel I have to tell you. You don't have to come to me asking and fishing and trying to convince me before I open up to you. Then we are not in the same boat or we are not in the same circle. Volunteering information is when you are there and you're sad about something and the first person that comes to mind is that friend of yours and you decide to share every emotion you are going through with that person. You have to be intentional about that friendship. Being intentional means try as much as possible to talk to each other. Even if you cannot talk on phone, it takes split second to say hi to someone. Thankfully, internet is so fast and we are so close through the media right now. If you can easily respond to other people's messages, you can take a split second or a minute to respond to my message. I only have these two things: being intentional and volunteering information. I think that's one way you can truly say that this person is in my circle. I really love this person and I truly cherish this friendship. Relationship isn't one way of it. And don't be an afterthought. If they can recall every other thing but you, then you are an afterthought. These are my concerns. These are things that have been bugging me for some time now. So yeah, and I decided to share it. If you have other perspective, if you disagree with me, go ahead and share it, or go ahead and share in the comment section. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Always live love and be kind. And see you in my next video.